Hey everyone, I am the poet Harmony. I'm going to do some originals for you tonight. If you like what you hear, you can follow my art online, Eternal Harmony Studios. Let's see. I have prints in the back. The prints are gifted out free, and I love gifts and donations. All of the gifts and donations I get go toward my next art project. This first one is called Wild Education. I agree. The love of life and creation is a wild education. Based on the state of the nation, we believe a construct of death's imagination, a sort of mental masturbation, essentially a rebirth, born in merriment and mirth, nothing short of a miracle, the stuff of legends, the snuff of the masses, bathed at first in blood and then in dirt, sworn to uphold truth, honor, and justice. It must be love. Love must be us all until we stumble and fall, but yet again we climb. We rise to the cream of the crop, the beam on the top of every Mount Everest, and no, it's not about who is the cleverest, but dearest, who is the nearest to the centerpiece, the masterpiece of this universe. You at first. A platoon can burst. Little soldier boy sitting in your room waiting for that tank to say, kaboom. Soon, slices of life diced like mice, hand men to a cutting wheel. Round and round we go until we all fall down. The merry-go-round as the merry goes round. Puff, puff, pass. Smoke through glass. See the blast. Relive the past until only two are left on this eve. Adam and Eve. And or they, them. That's Adam and Steve. And best believe we see that. We will be that. Reborn in love and fire, water, earth, air, captains of the planet, all for one and one for all, musketeering for all to see, and to see all become one. Brethren of Brahman breathing in sync, boys of the back streets singing, dancing, and playing together, wings of a feather floating off, lightweight, like an ego in wither weather. All it takes is one full measure to discover life's treasure. Love of the breath without will surely bring death. And I sense, my 2 cents, love all or we all fall. Y'all. Thank you. That was Wild Education. I wrote that in 2022 when the Russian-Ukrainian conflict began to pick up speed again. There was someone at a drum circle who was adorned in Ukrainian war paint and was just doing this dance that was so inspiring and wild and fiery, and that's what inspired that piece. This next piece, there's a lot of things that I love about America, and that's not what this poem is about. I'm proudly queer and proudly trans. And when Charlie Kirk was murdered, I said, rest in peace, even though he hated me and my people. And I got a lot of flack for that. I didn't really like the guy, but this is called It Tolls for Me. I will pay my dues, a toll for troubled toils, or perhaps for pissing off all the royals. Got some flack last night after posting online. Rest in peace to the deceased, I said, and I'll say it again and again. Imagine that blasphemy, that tragedy when mercy makes you mad, and it is sad that many people are happy he's dead. I'll remember that in my darkest moments, in my deepest dread. Apparently, I'm not far from home. And here's what people fail to comprehend. Who will be the one to murder me for speaking my mind, my truth? Truth be told, I told a lie. I said I'd rather die outside than be buried alive. At the time, I was already dead inside. The land of the free and the home of the brave? Since when? All I see is red, burning blue skies and the souls of the dead, color-coded for your demise. I try to make room for you all, to not pick a side. Until then, you both cast me aside. When will it be my turn to die for the cause? One last look of contrition for the cameras. I try to stay on even ground, level territory. You say I lack luster, no gusto, but I just want to tell my stories. I fight the good fight like a toy soldier, as green as money can buy, talking Toy Story. A few snakes in my boot, but only wrathful Uncle Sam's his name's is written under my shoe. Maybe I should have climbed that corporate ladder. Oh, shoot. As I choke, grasp, clasp, and gasp for air, can't breathe from underneath Unc's boot. Kick me, shove a foot up my donkey's ass, and push me into the boot to boot, crushed underneath the red, white, and blue elephant in the room. Stars squished and squashed in squalor wallow away, withering with all my government paydays. Laid to waste, squandered, gushing, rushed away in a gust afraid, squalling as a squall crushes my soul. Kicked again while I am down low, on the ground, although no longer on the down low. Insidious temperaments, temporarily tedious, tantrum teetering on the edge, detrimental, experimental, we the people, guinea pigs for the Department of War pigs. As generals gather in their masses, exempt from expert opinions, except an extemporaneous expose, I exposed I'm gay, delighted with joy until the court of public opinion bends me over, opens me up like an onion, peels my layers down around my ankles, until I am thrown to the wolves of the SS. No, I meant the HH. That's the White House. So I guess I'm just SHIT out of luck. Sucks, but what? Not like you give a fuck. It might be said that Uncle Samael himself holds the weapons of mass destruction, certainly the weapon of my destruction. His greasy, greedy, fatty finger floats above the button, sweating in excess to push down upon it. Mutually assured destruction. It's enough to make anyone mad. Spontaneous human combustion, conspiracy theories mirroring history in the making, reflecting the dark side of the moon. Here I stand in the flesh, no regrets as I prepare for liftoff to be launched up and fly to the heavens as I approach that great big gig in the sky. Call it a content conundrum, and I do drum the doldrums to the tune of a different beat, complete, replete, renewed with diminished and then replenished First, Second, Third, and Fifth Amendments. I just broke the fourth wall as I blast off and rocket y'all into the fourth dimension. And oh, did I forget to mention? Divisive words combined to divide dissected minds into reflective sessions like a professional congressional heckler or the unfathomable, unfashionable pro-fascism conman in the Oval Office, opening his opulent and ornery orifice, ordering unlawful assault, search, and seizures via victims of villains, these uncivilized, indecent DC civilians and disgruntled, disobedient Civil War dissident descendants descending upon the Capitol. And well, why not I? Shan't I be the next to die? Are you just as perplexed as I, all while crowds cheer for the dead, just like they used to do in the Colosseum? I just call them like I see them. Rome wasn't built in a day, but fire spreads quickly. I'll say it takes way more than one gay and a day laborer to break down the walls of America, but we are already cracked more than the Liberty Bell. And as for little old despicable me, well, it's the American dream I shall never see, as this bell, it tolls for me. Thank you. We're going to do another one, another round.
Not sure you've done three?
I'll do one more. Okay, this is a new one. Well, it's not new, it's newly published. I wrote this in 2022 when Roe v. Wade was overturned. There were a lot of women in my life who were angry and afraid, and I wrote this poem. Religion is important, helps a lot of people, and this poem identifies some hypocrisies. I have just hot off the press first edition prints of this. If anybody'd like one, they're in limited supply. See me after. There's a loud emotional expression in the middle of this piece, so prepare your nervous system for that. This is called Killing in the Name. Tonight my world dies. I sing my song, but only loud enough so I can barely hear it. So no one else can steal it. I am afraid. My soul is cold, I write in bold. The tale what told won't choke on growth. No more are sold, no more composed. Prophet is gross, marquette is closed. Soul decomposed, deceased, unclothed. Beliefs I loathe, sunscreen it shows. I burn! Concerned, I yearn. Years of falling downward, a clown fulfilling sounds of a lot of mocking clocks, but unsure and counting down from. My gestures peeling out one, a smile, dearest, now, hun. Cry now, you fucking red rum. Sound how it really felt, huh? You mouse, you little vermin. I slice and then you shout. Why did you fucking trust me? A knife to leave behind we trust now you feel regretful. So how do you protect from Devil and Savior's clothing? A man of the cloth? String along the sheepish flock. Aim for the head, slingshot is taught. Both David and Goliath, for angels and messiahs. Killing in the name? Killing without the blame. Reach beneath ye and beseech thee, now bleeding, you best believe me. The wicked tithe thou est exceeding. These deceased die disbelieving, floating in cosmic breathing. Up next, another Bible reading. Thank you.